Oh! Hi guys! COVID-19 has many of us in a flat spin, with good reason. The world economy is practically shut down, with many South Africans not knowing if they'll have a salary after 3 months. I've been learning a lot about pandemics and social distancing, but it seems my mentor was wrong.
Exposing yourself to germs is the best way to make yourself stronger.
So by that rationale, if I had to sneeze, I should just sneeze on you.
Yes, I would welcome it. The principle is sound. To avoid illness, expose yourself to germs, enabling your immune system to develop antibodies. I don't know why everyone doesn't do this. Maybe they have something against living forever.
Damn it, Dwight! At least we've got this guy running the show and not this one. And unlike Donald Trump, who's more worried about his ratings than his people,
we have Monday Night Football type ratings, and that these are like Bachelor finale that's there.
Our president took definitive steps to curb the pandemic. And I must say, I think he did a pretty damn good job.
This is what the continued increases then look like as well then. Yes, we do feel like we're flattening the curve because the increases have gone from 93 to 46, 27 up, and yesterday again another 27 in terms of more cases.
Hit the like button if you think so too. Many investors may be asking where to from here. In South Africa, we face a lot of problems. One being our rand that's weakened more than 20% since the start of the year. A typical economy will go through cycles. One thing leads to another.
It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
A weak rand will lead to imports becoming more expensive, thus putting pressure on inflation. The reason why this is important, we need to keep inflation within the target range. If inflation is too high, everything becomes too expensive. One way to lower inflation is for the Reserve Bank to increase interest rates. With higher interest rates, fewer people can borrow money, and existing debt will become more expensive. Think about it this way. If you bought a car and you financed it, your repayments at the end of the month will become more expensive, leaving you with less money at the end of the month. If you've got less money, naturally you'll decrease your spending. Since one person's spending is another's income, people's income will start dropping. You see where I'm going here? If people spend less, prices will go down. It's economy 101, supply and demand. If prices go down, it's called deflation. It's basically the opposite of inflation. Because of people spending less and prices coming down, inflation isn't a problem anymore. Now the Reserve Bank can once again lower interest rates. If the Reserve Bank lowers interest rates, more people can afford to borrow money. With more money in circulation, this can stimulate the economy and allow it to grow. But didn't the Reserve Bank just lower the interest rates? And why not just keep it there the whole time? Well, if the Reserve Bank keeps interest rates low too long, money becomes very cheap and too many people will start borrowing. This can be a good thing or a bad thing. If you borrow money to invest in a business, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Take a farmer, for example, who borrows money to buy a tractor. If he uses that tractor to produce more, that will help him to pay off the money he borrowed. But it can be a bad thing if people overspend and buy things they don't need with money they don't have.
Woof. Yeah, man. Whole out race, man. Whole out jumper jacks.
If you buy a TV, for example, that doesn't help you to generate income and help pay back the money. But it's not only that. Because of the huge amount of spending, businesses can't keep up with the demand and thus raise their prices. Inflation rises and the Reserve Bank is forced to increase interest rates to lower inflation.
It's all a fugazi.
It's just basic human nature. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have, forcing us into the same predictable cycle. Moodys finally did it. They downgraded us to below investment grade. It couldn't have come at a worse time, although I do think it's priced in the market. But what does this mean for South Africa? Well, it boils down to this. Our credit worthiness isn't great. Now this is important because it shows how we as a country are likely to pay back the money we borrowed. This naturally influences government's ability to borrow money. With a bad rating, lenders will charge a higher interest rate to compensate for the risk. If it becomes difficult for government to borrow more money or even just pay back the loans, they'll have to either decrease their spending or increase taxes to generate an income, and again putting pressure on the South African economy. We will also be removed from the FTSE's World Government Bond Index, which will scare off investors. And with less money in circulation, it becomes more difficult for the economy to grow. It's no denying that we're in for a rough ride, but as Jeremy Gardner once put it, we are a resilient nation, and I do believe that we will get through this. Anyways, I really hope that this video helped you in some or other way, and until next time, bye bye.
Thank you!